Hello and welcome back to our channel. Harvest here from Terra Farms. Today we are going to talk about washing laundry. With a family our size, and if you don't know anything about our family, let me just share with you. My husband and I have been married 19 years, and we have 7 children. Yes, 7 children. We also have an extra one that lives in our house, and then we also have my mother-in-law who lives on our property in her home. So we do a lot of laundry, as you can tell. We do, on average, anywhere from 2 to 4 a day. And as you can tell, that would be quite an expensive laundry bill for us to continually have to buy laundry pods or soap. So we have made our own laundry soap. The other reason why we make our own laundry soap is because we have several, including myself, who have sensitive skin. I used to get really bad rashes, especially on my arms right in here, anywhere where the fabric just rubbed against for long periods of time, and I don't get that anymore. So this has really helped, and hopefully if you try this method, it would help you as well. The other thing we do is we also make our own fabric softener. This is not nearly as much of a sensitive skin issue as it is a really more of a economical issue. I don't like dryer sheets. I think they're a waste of the material that they make them out of, and then the chemicals that they put in them and the fragrances that they put in them. So we do our own as well. And so I'm gonna show you how to make both of those. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the laundry soap. So it's basically 3 ingredients. We use borax, and I have it in this big tub right now because borax comes, they're paper boxes, and they end up getting hard and crumbly inside. It makes it difficult to mix. So I use borax, and I keep it in this container in our laundry room closet so that it doesn't get mistaken for anything else. Borax is good for a lot of things, but laundry is one of them. Then I use Arm & Hammer Laundry Booster. It's super washing soda. And then the other thing, which I forgot to grab, I'll grab it in a minute, is baking soda. I do use baking soda as well. But this is amazing. I will use one of these, one whole box of these today. Then I use Purex Fels Naptha. This does have a pretty harsh scent just by itself. And the way we use it, you're not having to use, it's not so harsh. But my family likes the smell. And it reminds me of our laundry. Once the wash is done, you don't smell it. It doesn't give me a harsh reaction, but it does have a fragrance to it. And then the other thing you can use Fels Naptha for is you can keep it by your laundry sink, and just a bar of it, have it by the sink. And if you have a stubborn stain, you can take it, get the stain wet, and then take the edge of the bar and just kind of rub it into the stain. This stuff works really well. And it's not, you don't need very much of it, and it just washes right out in the wash. So those are my 4 ingredients, I'm sorry, because I do use baking soda. Okay, so the other tool I use when I'm making this is my KitchenAid. I know that sounds weird, but you have to shred the Fels Naptha. But when I'm shredding my Fels Naptha, I will shred enough for today, but then I will shred all the rest of the bars I have and set that aside so I don't have to do it again. For a while anyway. So I use a 2-gallon bucket, and I have a little scooper in here. And this is about 1/3 of a cup. And when it's all mixed together, I put just a little bit under 1/3 of a cup into the washing machine, and it works really well. But this stuff really gets our clothes clean. It smells good. And I know what I'm putting in our, because we have a septic tank, I know what we're putting in our septic tank is not harsh chemicals. So we're gonna start that project right now. All right, now I have my KitchenAid all set up. And I have it on the cheese grater setting right here. And I like this because I can get through, I can put my bucket right underneath and it's already ready to go. I don't have to dirty anything else. And this works really, really well. And it makes really quick work out of shredding these bars of Fels Naptha. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shredding my Fels Naptha. Just something to remember. These are really hard. Almost feel waxy a little bit. So it takes some oomph to get these down in there and shredded correctly. So you'll see my effort here in a minute. And just like that, one bar is done. I'll show you, it kind of looks like cheese. I put 2, so it's 1 bar per gallon, I would say, in here. Okay, with my gloves on, I'm just gonna go in here and crunch these up a little bit. And they break up pretty easily. Okay, now, super washing soda. It's kind of a rough, granular feel. And it has a little bit more in ingredients than just your regular Arm & Hammer baking soda. You're welcome, sweetie. Okay, when you pull this stuff out of the box, you're gonna see that it's got these hard pieces. I always go in and break them up by hand. That's part of the reason why I wear gloves. Make sure that I get all of those kind of pieces that are together all crumbled up, or so that it looks pretty good in there. Okay, now we're gonna pull out the borax. With the borax, it's about 4 cups of borax per gallon. So I'll use 8 cups of this in here. Okay, finally, I have the baking soda. And I'm gonna put 1 whole box in here. It helps deodorize and freshen up anything that you are washing. So I would just go ahead and dump this whole thing in. All right, now, I have all of this in here, but I need to mix it together. I'll just mix it in very well by hand, and then it will be ready to go and I can set it aside. And then we'll move on to our fabric softener. And I have done my pricing. This equates to about, and these are prices near my house, This equates to about 8 cents per load. And with as much laundry as we do, you cannot beat that price. Other than my talking, it literally takes 3 minutes and then it's ready to go. So laundry soap is done. I have a little bit on the counter. I'm gonna wipe it all down, kind of move things out of the way, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the fabric softener. Okay, for fabric softener, it's 3 basic ingredients, and sometimes 4, it depends on how you like it. I keep mine also in another 2-gallon bucket right on the shelf next to my washing machine. And this is a dryer sheet or a liquid fabric softener. Now, like I said before, I don't like the waste of dryer sheets. So I had found a website probably about 12 or 13 years ago that when we were really, really pinching our pennies, that showed me a way to make reusable dryer sheets. And I just thought it was the most brilliant thing I'd ever heard of. And we've used it off and on since. Now, there was a time in our lives pre-COVID for about a 4 or 5 year span where I just didn't have the time to do any of this homemade stuff. But we had been doing that for homemade washing stuff for years, and then I just didn't have the time anymore. And so getting back to it has been just lovely for our family, and the kids are so thankful that we have this available again because they loved it before and we're sad to see it go. So anyone has old rags hanging around. We had a couple of old towels that had holes in them, pretty rough around the edges, maybe stained, maybe had gotten bleach on them, and so either it got a bleach hole in it or it just made the towel ugly. And so we took those and I cut them up into little dryer sheets. So I have a good handful in here, and I just take these dryer sheets and I toss them in the liquid. Now, I have some right now, so I don't necessarily need to make any more. I have quite a bit in here, and I have dryer sheets in there, as you can tell. So if you need the liquid for, let's say, delicates that aren't gonna go through the dryer, you can just scoop some of the liquid that's in here out and put it into the washing machine in the liquid fabric softener space, and it works just fine. In fact, it's a little bit better because a lot of times what you're buying in the store is very watery, and this can be as watery or as concentrated as you want. So it's quite nice. You can kind of fudge with the recipe a little bit. So the recipe is 10 cups of water, 4 cups of vinegar, white vinegar, and 2 cups of your favorite hair conditioner. And so for money, like I said before, money saving purposes, we use a very inexpensive, cheapy brand of conditioner. We use the Suave Tropical Coconut because it smells really good. You can use some that have no fragrance in them, and there are some really, really healthy ones out there. I just didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a conditioner when I'm really trying to save money. This whole setup with the vinegar and the conditioner costs just a little bit less than all of the ingredients for the laundry soap. And again, I can make as much or as little as I want. It'll keep its shelf stable, so it's not like I need to worry about it going bad. And it uses very little ingredients for the application that I'm using it for. So real quick, the water doesn't need to be too hot. Just hot tap water is perfectly fine. And the only reason why you want it hot tap water is because you want the conditioner to dissolve in that water. Whisk. And I need 4 cups of the vinegar. That. Just do your 10 cups of hot water. You do your 4 cups of vinegar and your 2 cups of conditioner. Stir it all around. Throw your rags in it, and you're good to go. That's basically it. You can't get much more simple than that, really. My rags are in there. Now, you're wondering, I'm sure, how the heck do you get these out of here so that you can use them? Well, I will stick my hand in here, grab one of these, squeeze it out, throw it in the dryer, and then grab all my wet clothes and I'll throw them in the dryer. Then I just rinse my hands in the sink afterwards and I'm all done. These get nice and soft from constantly being thrown in the dryer with fabric softener on them, and then they just go right back in here when they come out of the dryer. I hope you've enjoyed our video today. If you have, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you know when we have new videos. And as always, blessings to you and your family, and I hope you have a great day. Happy washing.